Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, BestInSlot here, and tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming content patch for Jurassic World Evolution. Now, we don't quite know everything about this patch yet. We know a few of the bugs it fixes, such as the permanently hunting carnivores, or the lack of rain on Isla Nublar if you had an older save file, but we don't know all of the content it's going to add to the game. We do know something, however, something I think has been overlooked a little bit, and a step towards what I've wanted in the game since, well, to be honest, before it even launched. A first-person camera. Now, whilst we won't be able to walk around our parks as guests quite yet, though I do hope that is on the list for the future, what we will be able to do is look out at our parks from within the viewing gallery and the viewing platform, and confirmed only a couple of days ago now by Bo via a post on the Frontier forums, also the Monorail. I'm really excited about this. It's actually the aspect of the patch I'm most looking forward to right now, as I think it's incredibly important that we get the chance to observe our parks as our guests would, to experience our dinosaurs in new ways, something to make the game just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more full. The closest we have right now is the first-person gyrosphere camera, but soon we'll have 3 new ways to do so, starting with the viewing platform. The viewing platform is of course very similar to the viewing towers we had in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. They were circular designs with 4 cameras placed around in even intervals, and you could swap between them for 4 aerial views of your park. The viewing platforms in Evolution aren't really built the same way. You can see here that everybody within them is facing in the same direction, and though the back end of the gallery portion is clear glass, theoretically letting you look through it, the forward tilting nature of the tower, it's got a bit of a Leaning Tower Pisa to it, the lack of people in the back, and the fact that the viewing range for the tower is pointed forwards clearly suggests that that is the only direction we're going to be able to use. Still, it should offer some really nice overall views of our park, and be relatively unencumbered by anything else. Something like this is the view we can expect to get. It's a good overall picture, but it's still close enough to give really nice detail. I am personally more excited for the viewing galleries, however. There are 2 platforms in these wider buildings and multiple little areas you could theoretically stand on, separated by these pillars. Whilst of course we'll still be facing forwards, I'm hoping that there will be a mechanism in place that lets us jump between different areas of the galleries, or at the very least, the top and bottom platforms. It may also not offer the same unencumbered view as the tower does. There's a railing at the front of each platform that could maybe pop into the bottom of your viewpoint, as well as those pillars, and I kinda hope they both show up. That might sound a little bit daft. BestInSlot, why would you want to obscure the dinosaurs? Sorry. But if I wanted to just look at my dinosaurs, well, I could do that. I can do that with the existing camera. I can do that with Ansel. What I really want from these attraction cameras is the ability to look at these dinosaurs and my park as if I'm a guest, as if I'm a park guest looking at these creatures, to experience them as they do. Otherwise, what's the point? Regardless, the one I'm probably most excited for is actually the Monorail, a surprise addition as of just a couple of days ago, not one mentioned in the initial post. That was a couple of weeks ago now. I think it's been added since, this is an idea they've had since that patch note was posted. The Monorail has never really been sold that well to me as a viable attraction in our parks. The fact that the dinosaur viewing range is centered around the monorail cars is logical, but it also makes it kinda useless as a way of increasing your dinosaur scores, etc. It's good for your transport score, of course, but as a attraction, which is what it's labelled as, it never really did it for me. Now, whilst that's true for the scores, it's not true if we had a camera. Frontier have experience with stuff like this as well. They had monorail-esque systems in Planet Coaster, and the exciting thing about those additions was that you could actually jump between carts and indeed individual seats, at least on their roller coaster ones. Right now, as you can see, the monorails in Evolution aren't actually real. They're holographics that move along, but there's no windows or seating or even people. I'm hopeful that these are going to be redesigned before the next content patch to be just a little bit more interesting, to let us see the guests inside and to let us become one of those guests. If it's just a camera stuck onto the side, well, it'll still be a pretty exciting way to view our parks for sure, and one I'm definitely going to use a lot, but it won't be quite as good as it could be. We'll have to wait and see. We still don't know when the content patch is arriving, but we are expecting it pretty soon. Now, I'm actually about to go away in a week's time, so I'm slightly praying that it drops before then, or I might have to temporarily abandon my family. Oh well. Anyway, are you guys at home excited for this update, particularly the newer addition of a monorail camera? Is there any other camera besides, say, a guest camera they could add to make the game even better? Maybe a first-person view for the Jeep that we have. Maybe a first-person view for the helicopter. That would be pretty cool. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you lovely folks next time. Do remember to hit that like button. Cheers, much love, as always. I just bit my tongue. Bye-bye. Quick little shout out at the end. This video and others like it would not be possible at all without the support of you guys watching me at home, and also everyone on this Patreon page right here who supported me in the last month. If you want to help out as well, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. Every little really helps. Cheers.